Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing a bonus reading for you guys. You had the highest viewership last week, so I wanted to give you a bonus reading to say thank you. I really do deeply appreciate each and every one of you and all the support that you guys have given me. I am going to start by letting you know that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Leo out there, so guys, as you know, if you've been following tarot, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. And as always, Leo, don't force yourself into a reading that is not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Leo? Leo. Leo. All right, Leo, you are starting out with the Magician. You have Courage in the reverse and the Three of Cups. So you're manifesting something here, and there's a little bit of fear wrapped up in this. So be careful with that, because you don't want to affect your manifestations through something that's lower vibrational. There's almost a sense here that you're not realizing the power that you currently have. It looks like you are actually manifesting a reconciliation. But again, I'm getting that message here that you're not aware of how strong you are and how capable you are with regard to manifestation. So just be aware of that. Lose the fear element of it, because that could slow down your manifestations. But I do feel that you are definitely strongly manifesting a reconciliation. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in the energy of Leo. Show me who is in the energy of Leo. I'm seeing a lot of growth in your energy as well. But something here seems to kind of be pushing you backwards, like almost like putting you back into an emotional state before the amount of growth. So I don't know what that is. It'll be each person is going to be different. Show me who is in the energy of Leo. All right, so the person that's in your energy, we have Innocence. We have the Queen of Cups reversed. Could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. We have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Three of Wands. All right, so this person that's in your energy, there's a little bit of a fear. It's like this person wants to take a risk, and like embark on a journey with you, possibly a new beginning, but they're kind of afraid to do so. They're fearful of taking a risk. They also have a lot of feelings and emotions for you, but they're holding that back. They're kind of, fear is what is keeping this person from moving forward. So Innocence in this deck is the same as the Fool card. So what I'm seeing here is that this person feels that it's dangerous somehow, that it would be a risk, but they deeply love you, and they're keeping those emotions to themselves. With the Ten of Pentacles, it could be because this person is very much so focused on their money and finances right now. So they may be waiting. They may feel that they don't have everything necessary for them to, have this new beginning. This looks like somebody who is prioritizing their finances over their emotions currently. Three of Wands is indicating that they're thinking about things from a long-term perspective, but there's a waiting energy. They're waiting for their Ten of Pentacles. They're waiting for their finances to come in. Let's see the energy between the two of you. Show me the energy between Leo and this person. Ace of Wands. That's a new beginning. There's a lot of passion that's here. You've manifested this. So if you haven't had a new beginning, I feel like there's could be like a sexual connection here. or something has happened here, because this person's not wanting to show their emotions. Like they're very focused on finances and money right now. With the Ace of Wands here, though, this could be like a very passionate connection. This is something that you have manifested. Let me see what's affecting this connection. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Money is affecting this connection. Somebody here has had a deep loss, and I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's this person in your energy. So I do feel like the way this connection ended between you and this person, Leo, I do feel like that has affected you. It's bringing up fear. So you're both kind of mirroring each other with regard to fear. There was an ending between the two of you because there was a lack of stability here. Right now, though, I feel like you're focused on that. You're focused on the emotional impact of all of this, but this person is very much focused on money. They're waiting for their Ten of Pentacles to come in because they have had such a financial loss. But yet I'm still seeing that there is some sort of a passionate new beginning that has happened here. Let me see. If no, it hasn't happened, it soon will. Show me the outcome between Leo and this person. The Chariot in reverse. There's stuck energy here. Things are not quite moving forward into this reconciliation. But I'm telling you, Leo, it's because this person is waiting for their finances to straighten out. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate that there is a lack of emotional satisfaction within this connection. I feel like for you, it's because this reconciliation hasn't proceeded forward. There's been some progress here. Somehow you're in contact with this person. It could just be that there's been a sexual reconnect. But I do feel that as far as this coming back together into a stable foundation, it hasn't yet done that. I do feel like it's going to, though, but we'll clarify just to be sure. For you, this is bringing up fear and dissatisfaction, but for this person, there is something to do with financial loss that this person is waiting to even out. So they're just not as focused on the relationship as they would be if everything in their finances was looking good. Let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Magician here for Leo? Seven of Wands reversed and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're wondering if this person is just being a player. I feel like the way things are progressing right now, you feel like it's just sexual, and this is making you feel very powerless. You're questioning whether or not this person is a player. So you're manifesting a more stable foundation, and I feel like you're frustrated right now. Why is Courage in reverse? Knight of Swords, Justice in reverse. Yeah, you feel wronged by this. You feel wronged by it. I feel like this is bringing up fear. You feel like the way things ended between the two of you, that you were not treated properly or correctly. But I do feel like you have no problem telling this person that. I do feel like, you know, you do fear saying what you need to say sometimes, but you do come out with it. You do find the courage to come out with it. And remember, Leo, you are far more powerful than what you think. Why is the Three of Cups here between Leo and this person? Why is the Three of Cups here? Eight of Cups and Temperance in reverse. So one of you walked away from this connection. And I believe there was an argument involved, or there were some harsh words involved with that. I also feel like a truth came out, and you felt some kind of way. So that's why this is bringing up so much fear. This ending was rather harsh, and I feel like either you walked away or they did. Someone walked away, and it was due to this being unbalanced. It wasn't equal. Emotionally, it caused, you know, you to feel like things were up and down, up and down. So I do feel like you would like to heal this, but you will walk away from this if it's not going to be a balanced connection. So let me see. Let me see who this person's energy. Spirit, why is innocence in reverse for the person in Leo's energy? Oh, yeah, they want to heal this. Six of Cups. Why did I say that? Two of Cups. Yeah, this person feels like you're a soulmate. They do love you. I feel like this person has a difficult time expressing their feelings and emotions, so they tend to shut down emotionally. But I do feel like they have reached out to you. They do want to heal this connection. This looks like a soulmate. I also feel like, you know, they've been very hurt here as well. There's the Three of Swords here in reverse. This person is healing from heartbreak as well. They want to heal this connection. All right, so I feel like they're afraid to express their emotions. So let me see why the Queen of Cups is here. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Pisces and Cancer is very strong. Why is the Queen of Cups in reverse for the person in Leo's energy? Six of Swords reversed. And the Page of Cups reversed. So this person could have also, if they moved into some sort of third-party energy, that did not work out, because I'm seeing that there was an ending here, and this person, they're kind of stuck. They're kind of a little bit stuck. It caused them a heartbreak, if that's the case. So somebody else may have broken their heart in the time that the two of you were apart, and they haven't quite gotten past that. I feel like that has ended. They're no longer with someone else, and they definitely feel like you are their soulmate here. But I feel like they have a hard time expressing themselves because they've been hurt in the past. So they're not past that pain. They're not past that heartbreak. And that's what's causing the difficulty for them to really, truly express themselves. But I do feel like they're trying. They are attempting to. Let me see the bottom energy. This is definitely somebody who has a very difficult time expressing their feelings and emotions. Show me the bottom energy. But what this is showing me, Leo, is that this person definitely does love you. All right, so we do have the Seven of Cups. We have the Two of Swords reverse, and we have the King of Cups. So this person in your energy, I feel like they have had options, but they're confused about what they want for the long term. So this is one of the reasons why they're waiting. There's also some confusion about their finances and their money. So I don't know if this other person that they were involved with also affected their finances, but this person is really waiting to express themselves to you until they can kind of get their money situation under control. And I feel like it's more than that. That's what they tell themselves, Leo. But the truth of it is that this person has been hurt. I don't feel like it was with you. I feel like it was with a different party, perhaps even a third party that this person may have moved towards. But I do feel that this person has had their heart broken, and so now they're a little gun shy as far as expressing their feelings and emotions, but they're not going to admit that to you. What they're saying to themselves even is that they have to get their finances under control. That they cannot move forward until that is handled. Now they are looking at different options of how to bring in more finances, how to bring in more money. So I do feel like they're addressing those issues, and they are thinking long term. But they are prioritizing their financial. Yeah, look at that, Five of Cups in the reverse. They're prioritizing their finances over their emotions right now. Let me see the energy between Leo and this person. Why is this Ace of Wands here? Why is the Ace of Wands? All right, so we have the Seven of Pentacles, and we have Judgment. Yeah, this person wants to reconcile with you. I do feel like for a lot of you, there has been a recent reconciliation, but it's not complete. It doesn't feel complete. It feels like you've invested, but this person is having a difficult time. So it looks like it's more physical than it is emotional. You're questioning whether or not you should invest in this because you feel that perhaps this person has come in as a player. I feel like it's making you feel a little powerless. So understand, Leo, just how powerful you actually are. Remember, I told you in the very beginning, there was a sense of you not understanding just how powerful you are. You're almost minimizing your abilities here because you've literally manifested this person into your life. Your manifestation is just not complete yet. So I do see you trying to be patient. I do see this person wanting to reconcile with you. And actually, it looks as if they have been reaching out to you or had reached out to you. Why is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? All right, we have the Two of Pentacles reversed, Four of Cups reversed, and the Devil in reverse. All right, so what's affecting the connection is that you both are now recognizing that this relationship could go the distance. There's lessons that have been learned by both of you with regard to how things have ended here. Now, I do feel like you were treated unjustly. I do feel like you would like karmic justice for what has happened to you. But I feel like, you know, with this Two of Pentacles reversed, I feel like you've made a decision here to speak your truth. I do feel like you have difficulty doing that sometimes. So be careful again with that because you have to understand you are extremely powerful. Be careful also in how you speak your truth so that you're not coming across harshly. But I do feel like you've decided that, you know, after weighing up the pros and cons, it's not like you're looking at this blindly. You don't have love goggles on, Leo. You're not like acting like whatever took place from before never happened. I feel like you've kind of really examined this, and that, you know, the fear that you have is somewhat justified, but you want to remember your ability to manifest. You can't control this person, but you can control yourself. So I feel like, you know, working on you is the best way to go about this, and continuing to understand that you are a powerful manifester here. I do see that you learned quite a bit through the way this connection ended. Now, this person in your energy, it has also learned a lot. I feel like this person engaged in some very toxic behaviors, and that's why you are feeling as if you had been treated badly. This person engaged in toxic behaviors with regard to, it looks like, another connection, something to do with emotions, and also with their finances. So somehow all of that is connected as well. But here's the thing, is that this person is coming out or has come out of these toxic behaviors. They are working on themselves. If this person has any sort of addictions, gambling in particular, but it doesn't have to be that. This person is actually addressing those things. Any type of toxic behaviors, they're addressing it. And I do feel like this person is recognizing the love in this connection as well. So this bodes very well for this connection. Let me look at your outcome. They know that they have feelings and emotions for you, but they're just trying to get their financial life under control. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands reversed. We have the Ten of Wands. And again, the Ten of Coins. So by the end of the week, I don't see that there's going to be that forward movement that you are looking for. I feel like there has been some forward movement here, But I feel like you're wanting this to come together. You're wanting it to come together in a loving, emotionally satisfying way. But the thing is that there still needs to be some healing that takes place. There are a lot of problems here that still need to be resolved, both between you and this person, Leo. But also keep in mind, this person is working on, their financial well-being, their stability here. They do look at you, though, with love. They look at you as being somebody that they could have everything with. I do feel that this person is, definitely moving towards you, but they're just not moving towards you as quickly as you would like. I feel like this makes you a little bit upset. It makes you feel emotionally discontent, even resentful. But there's a lot of things that still have to be resolved here, okay? So I do feel like you're working at resolving some of these things. I feel like you're still healing. I feel like you're working on your own emotional, fears, your emotional discontent with regard to this connection. And that's exactly what you do need to be doing. This person in your energy, I do feel like they're looking at options in order to address their finances and their long-term stability. It does look like this person feels very supported by close friends or family. And I do feel like they've made a decision to wait with regard to love until their finances are under control. And at that point, I'm telling you, this person is definitely going to move forward. And I definitely see that there has been some progress in this connection since the ending. It just isn't where you want it to be yet. So, all right, bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman in reverse. This is underlying energy, and this indicates that, the weight that you're experiencing here is almost over. So just hang in there, be patient if this is something that you want. And remember, you're in charge of your life. You're in charge of what you manifest. So if it's not something you want, go on and find somebody else. But I do feel like this person does love you. I feel like there is progress here, and I do feel like, this can come together if you want it to. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. And everybody's different. Some people are going to be like, no, I'm done with this person. I'm over it. And others are going to be like, I was always hoping it would come together. So just, you got to know what's right for you. Pulling for Leo. All right, let's see what we have, Leo. You have number 41. It's called Poppy. 41 condenses to a 5, which indicates that there is definitely some changes that are going on with you. All right, so this is talking about practicing forgiveness. It's all about acknowledgement, emotions, letting go, and peace. This card is symbolic of forgiveness. The poppy represents a peace offering. Forgiveness involves the giving up of resentment, anger, and acts or thoughts of revenge against others who have harmed us. By forgiving, we aren't excusing or justifying any bad behavior for the benefit of whoever harmed us. Rather, we are forgiving in order to make ourselves feel better. When we forgive, we acknowledge our emotions and allow ourselves to move forward. Absolving others may provide us improved mental and physical health, less stress and anxiety, improved self-esteem, and healthier relationships. And then there's a quote here from Lewis B. Smedes. It says, "To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you." Wow. And see, I see that resentment here. I do see it. And it's not that it's not justified, but are you keeping yourself in an unhappy situation, Leo, because you need to forgive this person? Just food for thought. Anyway, I hope that this has been helpful. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button, Leo, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Until I see you in your next reading, Leo, know that you are loved, and namaste.